Yo, Pete, what's good, bro? Good afternoon. Dang, I didn't realize I left a couple of brushes dirty. Yeah, that's not good. Oh well. Yo, Pete, how your day going? on the rain to come. We about to get some rain too, bro. Sky's looking mighty gray out there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. About money, but I got it, but listen. Yeah, I'm talking about it, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. You bugs need insecticide, so watch me sprint. Waving a black flag and banging a black mag. No, your bitch is like chips, cause she's free to lay. Man, I done had her. Move on to something better. You niggas is all average, and I'm the mad rapper. You living in the past, and I'm the next trap star. Flip you like an acrobat, blow you out your habitat. You don't need an ambulance, leave your ass handicapped. Set you on fire, got the gas and I'm matching ya. Turn on the net, we on the web like tarantulas. Got a big bed and I live like a bachelor. Got a big bank and my shit keep adding up. Bank bad enough, Mr. Jackson. I'll make you moonwalk when I hit you with the candy. Get your jacket, the game colder than Michigan. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. Oh no, it's him again. Who that be? It's the TRAB. You know that's me. Like genuine, yeah. I'm the same OG, a gangster and a gentleman. Carolina's commodity. You killers like shadows and show you right where them bodies be. We move homicidal and murder you niggas logically. I'm banging the waitress, she put poison in your pasta piece. I'm like a bill who popped the leash, more like a cocky beast. Puffing on that poppy weed, thinking about the prophecy. And then I cock and squeeze, rob you like a lottery. Payday, payday, I use that pump. Huh, mayday, mayday, we need more blunts. Blunt and fuck, eating your lunch. I want your dinner, your super, your breakfast, and your brunch. Your rings and your watches, the car that you sitting in. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. Oh no, it's him again. Who that be? It's the TRAB. You know it's me. Like genuine, yeah. I'm the same OG, a gangster and a gentleman. Carolina's commodity. And then I guess you wasn't listening. And I'm talking about money. But I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking
What up,
about
bro?
money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you.
Yo.
About money, but I guess you.
So I'm getting a couple of good versions of this song, yo. I already got one version that I really like. The only thing I don't like about the version, my best version so far, is that it repeats the first verse twice. I hate when it does that. There's a couple of songs that I've made where it uses the first verse twice for some reason. I guess it's trying to fill up all the time. But I'm gonna roll those songs back and just add. I think if I add a bridge in there, that stops it from taking, like, repeating a verse to try to fill up shit, and I can just add a bridge. So I just added a bridge to this track. But so that one, I just heard that for the first time. The one that's playing right now is the first time I'm hearing this one, and I've already made two more where I added. Matter of fact, I want to hear how it'll play with this bridge already. So I like that one. There's a one I made earlier. It's actually public right now. The beat go hard, the flow, it gets the flow pretty good. But I just been working on this one for well, shit, really over the weekend. Tell it to change the algorithm. I had a student here on Saturday, so I actually put up a had put my tray away. I gotta grab my tray out. You know? But this joint right here is called About Money. Once again, it's just a old ass track from my old mixtape, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I done ran out of like conscious material. So, but some of my old like try to be gangster tracks were some hot little punchlines. Not that them motherfuckers wanting groundbreaking or anything, but every once in a while I get a little punchline in there. Yo, what's good? What's good? About money. Money, hey. But I guess you wasn't listening.
About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. It bugs me to set the sign, so watch me spray. Waving the black flag and banging the black magnum. Your bitch is like shit, cause she free to lay.
I don't even.
Move on to something better. You niggas is all average. And I'm the mad rapper. You living in the past. And I'm the next trap star. Flip you like an acrobat. Blow you out your habitat.
That flow wasn't all that.
Yeah.
Yo, what up?
I guess you wasn't listening. Talk about money. But I guess you wasn't listening. But I guess you wasn't listening. Talk about money. But I guess you wasn't listening. You bugs me to set aside, so watch me spray. Braving the black flag and banging the black magnum. Your bitch is like chips, cause she's free to lay. Like, man, I had her. Move on to something better. You niggas is all average. And I'm the mad rapper. You living in the past, and I'm the next trap star. Flip you like an acrobat. Blow you out your habitat. You don't need an everlast league.
They're not doing that shit when I want to.
Yeah. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening.
So this is my favorite version right here so far.
But I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. But I guess you wasn't listening. You bug me and exercise, so watch you spraying in the black flag and banging the black magnum. Your bitch is like chips, cause she free to lay. Man, I done had her. Move on to something better. You niggas is all average. And I'm the mad rapper. You living in the past, and I'm the next trap star. I flip you like an acrobat. Blow you out your habitat. You don't need an ambulance. Leave your ass handicapped. Say you on fire, got the gas, and I'm matching ya. Turn on the net, we on the web like tarantulas. Got a big bed and I live like a bachelor. Got a big bank and my shit keep adding up. You ain't bad enough, Mr. Jackson. I make you moonwalk when I hit you with the candy. Get your jacket, the game colder than Michigan. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. But I guess you wasn't listening about money. But I guess you wasn't listening about money. But I guess you wasn't listening. You bug me and synthesize, so watch me spray. Waving the black flag, banging the black magnum. Your bitch is like chips, cause she free to lay. And I done had her move on to something better. You niggas is all average. I'm the land rapper. You living in the past and I'm the next trap star. Flip you like an acrobat. Blow you out your habitat. You don't need an ambulance. Leave your ass handicapped. Say you on fire, got the gas and I'm matching up. Turn on the net, we on the web like tarantulas. Got a big bed and I live like a bachelor. Got a big bank and my shit keep adding up. You ain't bad enough, Mr. Jackson. I make you moonwalk when I hit you with the candy. Get your jacket, the game colder than Michigan. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. Oh no, it's him again. Who that be? It's the T-R-A-P. You know that's me. Like you blind. Yep. I'm the same OG, a gangster and a gentleman. Carolina's commodity. We killers like shotters and show you right where them bodies be. We move homicidal and murder you niggas logically. I'm banging the waitress, she put poison in your pasta feast. Like a pit who popped a leash, more like a cocky beast. Puffing on that poppy weed, thinking about the prophecy. Then I cock and squeeze, rob you like a lottery. Payday, payday, I use that pump. Mayday, mayday, we need more blunts. Fuck eating your lunch. I want your dinner, your supper, your breakfast, and your brunch. Your rings, your watches, the car that you sitting in. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening.
Yo, that version go hard. I ain't even gonna lie, yo.
Domination, life's a simulation in a world filled with NPCs and fake agents. Fake food and news, fake smiles on fake faces. Prepare to fight the war, get ready for acclamation. I'm a human being, but they're really trying to digitize my whole existence just to exist.
See, I'm trying to redo that one too, because on the best version that I got of that, it does that thing where it plays the first verse twice. So now the version that I do have, I think it does have a bridge in there. For Digital Domination has a bridge, yeah. So I want to roll that one so it doesn't like repeat the same verse over.
I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening.
I don't even like that already.
But I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. Watch me insecticide, so watch me spray. Waving the black flag and banging the black magnum. Your bitch is like chips, cause she free to lay. Mad out of hat, move on to something better. You niggas is all average and I'm the mad rapper. You living in the past and I'm the next trap star. Flip you like an acrobat, blow you out your habitat. You don't need an ambulance.
Nah, this is called Suno. Put you up on it real quick, bro. This is called Suno AI. It's a music making AI website. I know it's hard. The PlayStation camera is crappy nowadays, but here you can go to custom, and then you can enter your custom lyrics. And so you type in your song, and then you type in the style. So I typed in all my lyrics, and then my style says rap, hip hop, trap, heavy bass, Atlanta, dirty South, dirty K-pop. So that's my music genre or style that I'm looking for. And then you give it a name, and then you press generate, and then it'll make you a song just using your lyrics and the type of music you want. And it's free. You get to do this 10 times a day for free.
Mr. Jackson, I'll make you more when I hit you with the cannon. Get your jacket, the game. About money, I guess you better not
I want that shit hype like that.
guess you better not money. I guess you better not I guess you better not Words need a synthesize, so watch me spray. Waving the black flag and banging the black magnum. Bitches like.
No thank you. So I don't like that one. I didn't like this version.
About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. You bugs need to synthesize, so watch me spray. Waving the black flag and banging the black magnum. Your bitches like chips, cause she free to lay. Man, I done had her. Move on to something better. You niggas is all lavish, and I'm the mad rapper. You living in the past, and I'm the next trap star. You like an acrobat, blow you out your habitat. I don't need an ambulance, leave your ass handicapped. Stay on fire, got the gas and a Mexican. Turn on the net, we on the web like tarantulas. Got a big bed and I live like a bachelor. Got a big bank and my shit keep adding up. You ain't bad enough, Mr. Jackson.
I like this one right here.
When I hit you with the cannon, get your jacket and gang colder than Michigan. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. Oh no, it's him again. Who that be? It's the T-R-A-B. You know that's me, like G1, yeah. I'm the same OG, a gangster and a gentleman. Carolina's commodity. We kill it like shotters and show you right where the bodies be. We move homicidal with murder, you niggas logically. I'm banging the waitress, she put poison in your pasta piece. I'm like a pig who pops a leash, more like a cocky beast. Puffing on that rocky weed, thinking about that prophecy. And then I cock and squeeze, rock you like a lottery. Payday, I use that pump. Mayday, we need more blunts. If I'm eating your lunch, I want your dinner, your supper, your breakfast, and your brunch. Your rings and your watches, the car that you're sitting in. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. Oh no, it's him again. Who that be? It's the T-R-A-B. You know that's me. Like G1, yeah. I'm the same OG, a gangster and a gentleman. Carolina's commodity. We kill them like shotters and show you right where the bodies be. We move homicidal with murder. You niggas logically. I'm banging the waitress. She put poison in your pasta piece. I'm like a pig who pops a leash, more like a cocky beast. Puffing on that poppy weed, thinking about the prophecy. And then I cock and squeeze, rock you like a lottery. Payday, I use that pump. Mayday, we need more blunts. If I'm eating your lunch, I want your dinner, your supper, your breakfast, and your brunch. Your rings and your watches, the car that you're sitting in. I'm talking about money.
money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money.
Yo, that shit, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try it with reggae. Yo, do that. Put reggaeton, Afrocentric, Caribbean drum, some shit like that, and see what that shit, see what that shit come up with, yo. Jamaican heritage. I don't know. You can, yo, whatever. If you type anything similar to it, yo, trust me. 'Cause so I put two of my other homies on it, and they're making like 90s soft rock and country swing folk music like that. Yo, and it sounds like what it sounds like. It sounds completely different from my shit. Bro. That shit is, yo, it's fun as hell, man. Yo, he said I'm gonna make some reggae with that shit, yo. Do it now. Do it now. Do it right now. It's free. Do it now. Log on to this shit now. Or you pull out your laptop. Pull out your top lap. Your flip flop. And make some hip hop with a tube sock. Listen to Tupac. Some roots, reggae, and calypso. Look at you, bro. Look at you. And then say synth at the end. Yo. Do it now, right now. Do it right now. Yo, what's good? CrowdStrike. What? What happened? Yo, elaborate. What? A bloody mess? Oh, that's a song? A band and a song? I'm hoping. Man, yo, when my student left on Saturday, I didn't clean brushes. And I didn't even come up here yesterday. I had to go grocery shopping and clean up and food prep yesterday. And so I didn't even come in the studio at all. I'm surprised those brushes aren't more damaged than they are right now. CrowdStrike some IT shit. Oh. You know, I don't know that. You know, I don't know about that shit. Alright, so I got the brushes clean. I actually would have been in here. I was on Facebook Market trying to find me a fucking Bluetooth speaker for the Lolo, so I can just have downstairs. And somebody locally said they had a Bluetooth speaker and said, "Oh, you can come pick it up today." And so I rode over there and I'm like, "Hey, I'm here." And then sat there for like 10 minutes, and they never came. So I'm like, "All right, I'm leaving." And that was, you know, it was 20 minutes one way. It's not that far. It's just traffic. It's just mid, you know, after work traffic. All the fucking red lights. Like in the morning when I go to the gym, yo, at 4 in the morning with no traffic on the road, I get to the gym in 7 minutes. It only takes me like 7 minutes to get to my gym. With traffic like this, it took me like double the time. It was like 15 minutes to get just to my gym. I was like, what the fuck? And then the person lived like a little bit past where my gym is at. So it's like, with traffic and everything, it was like 20 minutes in one direction. Like, goddamn. But I wasted, you know, damn near an hour just driving through traffic. I did go to Walmart to try to find a Bluetooth speaker. Them shits ain't cheap enough for me. I ain't lying. The one I want, I seen one in there, man. That shit was like $158 though for Bluetooth. And I was like, I don't know about that. Let me see if I can find something, use some speaker that somebody don't want. And then like I said, I seen one on Facebook Market. Somebody like $40. I was like, sold, bitch. $40. That damn near, it's almost like the one I wanted, yo. For $40, let me get that. Cause that's a fucking, on the low end, it's like a $90 speaker, and on the high end, that shit is probably like $140 or something for that speaker. Damn, I want that shit bad as hell just now too. Honestly, bang. I'm gonna use basically these same colors, but some of it is just so dry now that I'm gonna just scrape all of it off. It's just trying to save the little bit that's good. It's gonna be harder than just starting over. I don't know about that white though. That's a lot of white. I might be able to say that. Let me turn it this way. Let me put my other glove on too before I cut my goddamn finger with this shit. This little blade, this shit right here is sharp as hell, and I done cut myself a couple times before I just realized, like, nigga, just wear some gloves. So that last rendition of that song wasn't terrible. So I got like 3 of them that are actually pretty good, and I got one of them that's public. Still my favorite one right now. The last one that I rendered, it didn't go right like I want to, but it still sounds pretty good. Digital Domination, I might want to roll that one more time because I tried to get another good version of that one and just really couldn't. Not one that I like that much.
Digital domination, life's a simulation in a world filled with NPCs and fake agents, fake food and new fake smiles on fake faces. Prepare to fight the war, get ready for acclamation. I'm a human being, but they really trying to digitize my whole existence just to expand their enterprise. They delete the facts and emphasize the lies. GMO, all the food and inject the pesticides. It'll make you start to cry when you finally realize that they use the fluoride and calcify your third eye, and they try to leave you blind so they can control your mind. Propaganda specifically designed to hypnotize. Now you're free of compromised by AI and aliens, nano machines in the vaccine that you're taking in to your bloodstream. While big pharma keeps on raking in plenty of profits that they can back in their pockets. And I ain't a prophet, but I see the world like I did. It's so toxic, feels like we're running out of options. And honestly, technology couldn't solve the problems of being dominated by the global hegemon. Digital domination, life's a simulation in a world filled with NPCs and fake agents, fake food and new fake smiles on fake faces. Prepare to fight the war, get ready for acclamation. Yo, your smart devices, applications that can make you famous. Digital domination, instant gratification. Now we losing patience with a short attention span. Time them down so they can't recognize a scam. Chatbots, Photoshop, TikTok, and Instagram. A whole generation whose only plan is OnlyFans and FTs. UBI crypto on the blockchain. BlackRock, State Street, really on the stock exchange. And don't it seem strange when you're all alone? You start to feel weird if you ain't got your phone. Just zombies and clones or artificial intelligence piloting drones. Facial recognition scans target your dome. Agenda 2030 dollars target your home. Microchips under your skin, right next to your bone. Should've been the Georgia guys, though, before they were gone. It'll make you start to cry when you finally realize that they use the fluoride and calcify your third eye, and they're trying to leave you blind so they can control your mind. Propaganda specifically designed to hypnotize. Digital domination, life's a simulation in a world filled with NPCs and fake agents, fake food and new fake smiles on fake faces. Prepare to fight the war, get ready for acclamation.
dirty cake, cake. Dirty cake, dirty cake. Dirty cake, dirty cake. You know that make you start to cry when you finally realize that they use the fluoride calcify your third eye, and they try to make you blind so they can control your mind. Propaganda specifically designed to hypnotize. Life's a simulation, it's a world filled with NPCs and fake agents. Fake food and news, fake smiles on fake faces. Prepare to fight the war, get ready for acclimate.
Hello.
Travis?
Yes.
Hello? I didn't know.
Hello. Yes. Yeah, yeah. No, it's no, it's all good. Maybe we can meet up another day, like I don't know, whatever. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. You too. Yo, that shit had me nervous for a minute. So that was the person, the seller with the speaker. Cause I left my number and I'm like, yep, mention it here. And then she said she just checked her messages and whatever. But anyway, that shit was a Philadelphia number. And I only know a few people in Philly. And that was a number that I don't know. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? He said, I got 4 already. I told you, bro, you just made it. What it sound like? Music thing is crazy good. Ta-da! Ta-da! Bro, say that shit ain't fun as hell, bro. Yo, it's the coolest little fucking thing, bro. The coolest little thing. Even if you don't plug your own lyrics, you can just say, make me a song about a lady on the beach drinking wine in the style of Jamaican patois reggae, or I don't know, whatever. He's already got 4 songs that fast. Bop, bop, bop. Hello, welcome to Suno. What you want to use? Gmail account. Which one? This Gmail account. Okay, you're here. Here you go. You're like, all right, here you go. No way. Do whatever, bro. You wanna make a beat? You can just make a beat with no lyrics or nothing. Just tell me what kind of beat you want. Or you want to add some lyrics? You can add some lyrics. How you want it to sound. Bop, bop, bop. And then when you say create, that shit like, it be thinking. Oh, here it goes. It only think for like a few seconds. And it gives you a whole fucking song. And it not a song, 2, it gives you 2 songs at once. It gives you 2 songs that, say this shit ain't cool as fuck, bro. Huh? What? Man, my mixtape already got 13 tracks on it. Yeah, the mixtape got 13 Jones on it. The last few were just kind of like the gangster shit, but track clip. Is it free? I'll check it out if it's free.
Soldier, freedom, cause you know you need
Make it public. Make one of them public. Ah, damn. Well, I can do it from here. If you make it public, I can go to home, and then I can just search whatever your name is. Right? Isn't there a search? I can search. I can search songs, playlists, or users. And so, if you make it public, I can search it, and then I can play it right here. Technology is easy, bro. You just made a song, then you can just throw that shit across the internet real quick, and then I can just play that shit live for everybody. But this shit amazing.
Real statistics, 15 and pregnant, shit's realistic. Childhood was fun, too bad that you missed it. Caught a tractor stuck in the system. Caught us blocks, projects, buildings. This is the way that we raise our children. Teach them how to steal about trust dealing. Blind to the facts, so they need our healing. Welfare office, back to the ceiling. The kids have the kids, and the kids keep killing. Back, photo, freedom, back, cause you know you need to back. The system won't change unless my gladiators back. Photo, freedom, back, cause you know you need to back. The system won't change unless my gladiators back. Make me push my pencil. Why we so poor, gotta push the issue. So we sell drugs and pop them pistols. They made it hard, the life that I've been through. Biggest gang police and politicians. If you know Latin, it's right there written on the back of the dollar. New world order. Teach the truth to our sons and our daughters. From the middle class, trapped in their borders. They get all of us back, it's time to get over. Knowledge, power, weight on your shoulders. First like water, then like steel. Shadow skills, strike like a cobra. Eventually do it, but we need more soldiers. The Vinci knew it, but you gotta decode it. These are the last days and it's been quoted. Back, Fojo, freedom, back, cause you know you need to back. The system won't change unless my gladiators back. Fojo, freedom, back, cause you know you need to back. The system won't change unless my gladiators. Got the whole hood handcuffed. Trap or die, let me see you throw your hands up. Bang on the system till my hands cut. Ready for the mission, so just stand up. Gladiator music, starting a movement. Gotta educate, motivate, and movement. Overthrow the government so we can move in. Bush is a lizard, just look at his skin. And 33 presidents, next to his kin. If we don't hang now, then it's never gonna end. Been going through this shit for too many years. And jail make a nigga cry a lot of tears. Cause we sold the drugs and been run over here. Show your pride, nigga, hide your fears. We gotta ride like 18 wheels. It's almost over, the time is here. Back, Fojo, freedom, back, cause you know you need to back. The system won't change unless my gladiators back. Fojo, freedom, back, cause you know you need to back. The system won't change unless my gladiators. Uncle Sam, got the whole hood handcuffed. Drop a dime, let me see you throw your hands up. Bang on the system till my hands cut. Ready for the mission, so just stand up. Gladiator music, starting a movement. Gotta educate, motivate, and move in. Overthrow the government so we can move in. Bush is a lizard, just look at his skin. And 33 presidents next to his kid. If we don't bang now, then it's never gonna end. Been going through this shit for too many years. This is for them tough boys. On the line all night with that coke boy. Selling white, getting right, saying dope boy. And if you feel like I feel my weapons, then still damn, let me know, boy. This is for the tough boys. On the line all night with that coke boy. Selling white, getting right, saying dope boy. And if you feel like I feel my weapons, then still damn, let me know, boy. So
brothers and it's all the same. Brother kill another brother, cops rush to handcuff us. The grave of the catch what about the baby mothers? MOB, and we praying that the Lord love us RON. And we saying that you motherfuckers.
On the grind all night, selling white, getting right. And if you feel like I feel with weapons concealed, this is for them dope boys. On the grind all night.
Let me know, boy. I found a block hard enough to shake fools and shot blocks like earthquakes do. The corner always hot, but I know the place smooth. Agitate me and watch how they make moves. I bang a nigga robbers, homie, with the same tools. And don't give a fuck, we went to the same school. Cause we some real gorillas and some real go-getters. And you know that there's a guy when he's 4 inches. We take you niggas off track like a 4-wheeler. You better zoom in tight, get a close picture. The fiends say my shit right when it don't picture. I'm in the room all night counting more digits. You need a cast on your rhymes cause your flow's ninja. And I'm a master of my craft like an old ninja. You wanna know the truth, you niggas better start listening. South Crack got soldiers on a new mission. On the grind all night with that cowboy. Selling right there, right second door boy. And if you feel like I feel my brothers can still get, let me know, boy. This is for the good boys. On the grind all night with that cowboy. Selling right there, right second door boy. And if you feel like I feel my brothers can still get, let me know, boy. Say my shit right when it don't hit ya. I'm in the room all night counting more digits. You need a cast on your rhymes cause your flow's ancient. And I'm a master of my craft like an old ninja. 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 This is something dog boy. On the grind all night with that cowboy. Selling right there, right second door boy. And if you feel like I feel my brothers can still get, let me know, boy. This is for the dog boys. On the grind all night with that cowboy. Selling right there, right second door boy. And if you feel like I feel my brothers can still get, let me know, boy. Say my shit right when it don't hit ya. I'm in the room all night counting more digits. You need a cast on your rhymes cause your flow's ancient. And I'm a master of my craft like an old ninja. Old ninja. Go boys. Go boys. Go boys. Go boys. The boys. The boys. The boys. The boys. Old nature. Old nature. Old nature. This is something dog boys. Them dog boys. This is for them dog boys. Them dog boys. Dog boy. But I guess you wasn't listening, there's no money. But I guess you wasn't listening, there's no money.
Yo, my old mixtape used to go hard, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. My old
But I
mixtape
guess
was
you
hard.
wasn't listening. You bug niggas exercise, so watch you spray. Waving the black flag and banging the black magnum. Your bitch is like chips, cause she free to lay. Man, I done had her. Move on to something better. You niggas is all average, and I'm the last rapper. You living in the past, and I'm the next trap star. Flip you like an acrobat, blow you out your habitat. You don't need an ambulance, leave your ass handicapped. Say you on fire, got the gas and I'm matching you. Turn on the net, we on the web like tarantulas. Got a big bed and I live like a bachelor. Got a big bank and my shit keep adding up. You ain't that enough, Mr. Jackson. I'm making room on when I hit you with the candy. Get your jacket, the game colder than Michigan. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. But I guess you wasn't listening.
About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money,
But I guess you wasn't listening. You bug me to synthesize, so watch me spray. Waving the black flag, banging the black magnum. Your bitch is like chips, cause she free to lay. And I done had her move on to something better. You niggas is all average, and I'm the mad rapper. You living in the past, and I'm the next trap star. You flip you like an acrobat, blow you out your habitat. You don't need an ambulance, leave your ass handicapped. Say you on fire, got the gas and I'm matching you. Turn on the net, we on the web like tarantulas. Got a big bed and I live like a bachelor. Got a big bank and my shit keep adding
you ain't bad enough, Mr. Jackson. I make you moonwalk when I hit you with the cannon. Get your jacket, the game colder than Michigan. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. Oh no, it's him again. Who that be? It's the TRAP. You know that's me. Like Genuine. Yep. I'm the same OG, a gangster and a gentleman. Carolina's commodity. We killers like shotters to show you right where them bodies be. We move homicidal and murder you niggas logically. I'm banging the waitress, she put poison in your pasta feast. I'm like a pit who popped the leash, more like a cocky beast. Puffing on that poppy weed, thinking about the prophecy, and then I cock and squeeze, rob you like a lottery. Payday, payday, I use that pump. Mayday, mayday, we need more blunts. Eating your lunch, I want your dinner, your supper, your breakfast, and your brunch. Your rings and your watch, the car that you sitting in. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money.
That one go hard though, I ain't gonna lie, man. The only thing, I don't know why I do the first verse twice like that. I guess, like I said, I didn't have a bridge in it, but I was sometimes it just makes a bridge for you. I say on that one, that's the best beat, flow, voice combo so far. I keep rolling it, trying to get something very similar to that, and can't. So I say for right now, that's the only one I have of that song that's public. Shit fire though. That shit go hard. Old ass bars, man. You got everybody too, man. Look, this shit damn near 20 years ago. It ain't no shit that I'm rapping now. I ain't talking about none of that shit now. He said 2025 Tupac. Do you have to type or can you upload? No. If you already have it, like as far as like a whole song, I don't know, because there is an option that says upload your own audio. So there is that feature on the home page or on the home create page. Create. If we go to create, and then right by custom it says upload audio. Now, from what I've seen on that, I seen like they show like one very very simple demo where you give it access to your microphone and then somebody just beatbox, or they were beating on the table or something like boom 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 boom, and it's like, okay, well, make that into a beat, and it kind of made a beat with that same tempo and rhythm. Now uploading a whole song so it can listen to the song, I don't know about that. I haven't tried that. I should try that. I have audio files. I never tried that myself yet. You want to do it now? Hold on. Are these audio files on? Upload audio from my drive. Yeah, I guess you can, because audio, it says when you go here, you can load it from your drive or you can give it access to your microphone. Oh, I don't. Do I not have other music on here? Okay, so I don't have my music on this. This is technically not technically, it's actually my work laptop. So I don't have any of my audio files on there, but I could just email myself an audio file real quick, open the email and plug it in and see if it works. You should try it. You should try it real quick. Do you have you got audio files on your laptop? See hey man, we learning some shit right here, because I've been playing with this thing for a couple weeks now, almost a month, like 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks. And no, I haven't tried, but it wasn't there when I first. This is something very new. Like within the time that I started using it, it was like, oh, you can upload your own audio now. I'm like, wait a minute, I just got on here, man. I'm still trying to learn the basics. But what I do is I actually type my lyrics into my notes on my phone, and you can get to the website from your phone too. It works just the same. I just type it in on my notes and then copy it and paste my lyrics into the website. That way I have a copy of it other than just the website itself, you know. Yo, what's good, everybody? They popping in, popping out, popping in and popping out. He said I'll be using it. Damn, bro, you really got me wanting to upload one of my songs now. Did you did you did you try it yet? I got 20 credits left. Damn, that mean I can do two more. I can roll. Well, if I can get four more songs, I can roll it two more times. If you just when you I think when you first open your account, didn't you had 500 credits, bro? How many credits you have, Rob? They gave you 500 credits because they gave me 500 credits when I first started my account. That's how they get you hooked. But when you burn through your all the credits, you only get 50 a day on the free just for using the free shit. Once again, that's not a bad deal, man. You get to make 10 songs a day. And right now, I'm still playing around with the same songs over and over and over. Like I couldn't even if I had the opportunity to do it 10 times a day, I don't have enough music or enough lyrics anyway to do 10 different songs a day. Or well, 5 different songs because you get two versions of the same song. Like I say, it's just something fun. Like I say, now I have 13 like remix tracks of my old music with like newer sounding beats, and it's not my voice, and it's not exactly my flow, but it's still my lyrics, and it sounds crisp and more more enjoyable to listen to than my old ass studio recordings. Yeah, when I was recording music, there was only like one really good studio that I ever went to. 6+1. You know, 6+1 was like the premier studio back in the day, and it was always booked. And then it started getting way more expensive. And so I recorded at like 4 different studios. But the guys at 6+1 definitely had like the absolute best sound. They had the best sound quality. And like everything. They were just way more. It was like what you would imagine a professional studio. They had all the top high tech, you know, cutting edge equipment at that time. The best whatever microphones, the best sound booth, like everything was great, you know. And like some notable artists actually recorded there. Um, but I was only ever able to do like a few tracks at 6+1. I think I did like 4 or 5 songs at 6+1. And normally when I was at 6+1, I had E-Class with me. Like for the real good studio sessions, man, with the singer, like nah, I can't. I got to kick out for the better studio. But then I tried to find different studios too, cause you know all the engineers, yo, bro, I got a studio, man. You know, you should come shot with me, nigga. Da 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 da. And all right, so I tried different people out, try to support the cause and shit. But once again, I mean, as far as the sound quality, man, but everybody just knew that shit. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, you can definitely get complex with the beats. But yeah, the equipment they had in 6+1, bro, that Triton, I'm telling you, man, they had everything in there, bro. The machine. Yeah, I mean, he was older than me back then. He wasn't no old dude, but yeah, I wonder what yo. I'm telling you, he was the fucking man, bro. Everybody knew that shit. For in Florence, anyway. You know what I'm saying? On that side, like that was the spot to go to. And that's once again, that's because the shit just sounded good, man. Professional. It was professional quality shit, bro. And then on top of that, like it's weird because they really did just like more white people music, country and rock and alternative and stuff. Cause they had a big ass room for like a whole band, and that was the bulk of their shit is music like that. But at the same time, Kev just had an ear. Like he can hear all types of music, and he know how to make hip hop sound good. And hip hop don't sound like you know pop or whatever other genres, but he can easily switch between the sounds with no problem. And the first time I went in there, that's how I know that shit was legit because they had a whole, not just a booth, but a sound room, nigga, for the whole band. You get the drummer, keyboard, guitar, bass players, get everybody in that bitch. Y'all want to play live on y'all tracks? Here you go. No, when Common Folk was in the building, yo, like for one, for the most part, yo, we were serious about our craft and serious about business. We weren't in there smoking and drinking. Like we did all that shit beforehand. And when it was time to go in there, that shit was like real. I don't know. That's like every time I ever been in the studio, I'm always trying to be a professional because I'm paying for this shit. Like it's fun. It is definitely fun for me. But also, I'm paying for this shit. So, and it only took my first studio session to realize that I didn't have all my shit tight enough, and I kept having to go over my verse and like, you wasting time in here, bro. Bro, you wasting time. All that bringing extra people in there and shit, like, nope, none of that. Rob, you uploaded a song yet? Like your own audio? Hmm. I don't know why I feel so hungry so early. Well, it's not that early. Yeah, I forgot that I did try to run that errand to get that speaker. Shit. Um, I really feel like I haven't done much. Um,
Crazy military headphones are disrupting the billion-dollar earphone market. Dude, you gotta hear about these wild bone conduction things. It's like having an extra pair of ears. Picture this. A new sound tech developed for U.S. Special Forces is dominating the market here. Imagine headphones that don't go in your ears but vibrate your skull for pristine sound. Crazy, right? And the kicker? No ear blockage means full awareness of surroundings. So, these headphones were invented by a US Army engineer to keep soldiers connected in the field without losing awareness. Here's a crazy bit of history. This whole bone conduction thing is...
Whatever Mel.
The sky gets close, yeah. Could we get much higher? Could we get much lighter? Navigator to heaven. Could we get much higher? Look like a fat booty Celine Dion. Sex is on fire.
Yo, that's crazy. How the fuck this nigga be finding little teeny pieces of samples and shit like that?
Friday night, about to hit the town tonight, and you know I got my pockets right. I got a couple ladies with me, let me know you wanna roll with. Friday night, about to hit the town tonight, and you know I got my pockets right. I got a couple ladies with me, let me know you wanna roll. We need to have y'all stuck on the same team. I made enough cream. My Thursday real mean. Now it's Friday. We about to ride real team. Got the girls hating on every word that I speak. I met a few freaks chilling down at the beach. They say I'm
Yeah, I know no ID train that nigga. You think Puff ain't got that shit, bro? Yo, Napalm said he got some shit for you, boy. Mm. Oh, well, I just tried to upload a track. It says, uh, must be original audio between 6 and 60 seconds long. Audio with vocals detected will be made private only. Unable to load audio is too long. Currently 242.7 seconds. Maximum duration is 60 seconds. So you can't upload an entire song. Alright, my bad. I was checking the message. Well, I've gotten a lot of weird comments over this Trump painting. You say you don't went all AI on me. I wonder if I can shorten one of my GarageBand beats. Like take one of my favorite GarageBand beats, shorten it to that 60-second mark, and then upload it, and then make a beat similar to that. Ha ha, ha ha ha. I think I'm about to try that next. So say you can only get 60 seconds. Okay. Hmm. How can I edit and shorten one of those beats though? Mm. Am I all in the camera? Yep, like always. Yeah, but the file, the way I download it on those, like if I download it to my phone, cause I don't be trying to put all that shit on my work laptop, honestly. But if I download it from my phone, I don't have the edit option to cut it and trim it. So I could just make a short, just make the original beat shorter and just download a different version of a short beat. About money. But I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. But I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money, but I guess you wasn't listening. About money, but I guess you wasn't listening. I'm talking about money. But I guess you wasn't listening. Hmm. Alright, I got some contractors coming tomorrow. Oh, Audacity can do it. Yeah, I got contractors coming here tomorrow to look at some repairs that are going to be getting done here soon. You know, on this old home, or this old house. Next on this old house. Yeah, but I'm hungry now. I gotta go eat something. I don't even feel like I really was chiefing like that, you know? Mm-mm. Alright, so let's see.
Smoking, I want you to share it with the rest of us because you are out of your mind.
Problem. Are you guys being real? I mean, this whole idea about Donald Trump can't be beat. He climbed like 9 points after the assassination attempt and barely got to 40. He's one of the most unpopular politicians of all time.
The city's up here is weird, bro.
Chance for she has no credibility. All she does is laugh and cackle. She's the border czar. She's never been to the border. It's a shit show.
And I think Kamala has a lot of vulnerabilities. Kamala was kind of the concealer in chief, and she was the one who was coming out onto the podium and saying there was nothing wrong.
If it does end up being Kamala Harris v. Donald Trump come November, who wins? President Biden is out, and the most unpredictable presidential race in history has taken yet another sensational turn. For weeks it felt like only Biden himself still believed he could beat Donald Trump in November. Now the pressure valve has finally burst. By choosing to remain as president, Biden has denied Kamala Harris the opportunity to campaign with the legitimacy of the Oval Office behind her. He's also left many Americans asking, if Biden's unfit to run for office, well, how on earth is he fit to hold that office for a single day longer? A reminder that just a couple of weeks ago, he said this.
You're supposed to try to push me out of the race. Well, let me say it as clear as I can. I'm staying in the race. I'll beat Donald Trump. I will beat him again in 2020.
Well, there's no doubt that he wanted to stay in the race, but in the weeks since his debate debacle, his allies don't.
I'm sorry. 30 chairs, non-squeak.
What's run story?
15 non-wobble tables.
What's run story? And celebrity backers have turned against him in droves. The mounting evidence of Snow.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what year he's gonna beat Donald Trump in. I'm gonna beat him in 2020. Bro, no, you're not. That was the last time. And that was questionable. Still is. Very questionable, sir. Highly suspect there, sir. You know, we ain't gonna get back on that because that's in the past. We can't change the past. But shit, if it walked like a duck, looked like a duck, and quacked like a duck, it's probably a duck. You know? But yeah, when you don't know what year you're trying to be the president in, hey.
He's become subject to daily media attention.
I know
Many
this nigga
people
gonna drop
who
out.
spent years denying it was real. In short, they flipped, and now they've turned the knife. And to be perfectly clear, they did this because Joe Biden was losing. Americans have been subjected to several years of an industrial gaslighting complex on the president's fitness for office, and the intention was to keep it fully operational.
President Biden is absolutely fit.
We see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issues, how informed he is. And I debate with him about legislation, and not debate, but discuss it with him. He's right there.
I have spoken with the president. He is fully coherent. He is on top of detail.
He's sharp, he's fit, he's always answering questions.
I think that Joe Biden's mental acuity is very, very on. He's one of the smartest, sharpest people I've met in D.C.
There's no doubt in my mind that the president is mentally fit for office.
Joe Biden rightly says that he has grown very wise in his many decades in public office.
As it stands today, you believe that President Biden is clear, candid, and convincing?
100%.
Well, let's be clear, these same people will still be spewing the same bullshit if there was any chance of a Biden victory. The president didn't, because the president didn't become old on the day of the CNN debate. That's just the moment his infirmity became impossible to deny. There was nowhere to hide in a live 90-minute broadcast, and many millions of people got to see for themselves that the cheap fakes and disinformation about his health were in fact legitimate observations all along. Now the party campaigning on a threat to democracy has forced out a candidate who won almost 90% of the votes in the primaries. Trump's campaign is immediately calling out Vice President Harris as complicit in a cover-up.
Kamala was in on it. She covered up Joe's obvious mental decline.
Our president is in good shape, in good health, tireless, vibrant, and I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done.
But Kamala knew Joe couldn't do the job, so she did it. Look what she got done. A border invasion, runaway inflation, the American dream dead. They created this mess. They know Kamala owns this failed record.
It's an effective message, and I suspect many people will agree with it. Nancy Pelosi, whose treachery played a key part in Biden's downfall, rushed out a statement praising Biden as a patriotic American who's always put our country first. Many others who've hammered nails into his political coffin have done the same. Their cynicism is, of course, staggering, and yet it might just work. Certainly this will blow the race wide open again. Kamala Harris has yet to prove she can be unburdened by the has-been. Well, whether it's her or somebody else, Trump will now have to focus again on his runaway campaign against an opponent many years younger than he is. A fresh candidate may drive up turnout among Democrats. Swing voters who saw the sheer absurdity of Biden's campaign may all be back in play. But I think many Americans will have a hard time forgiving the party that told us the grown-ups were in charge as they, like their president, sleptwalked into this historic disaster. Well, later in the programme, I'll talk to RFK Jr. on the first of the special series of interviews and debates in New York City this week. But first, let's meet the panel. Joining me now, the journalist and commentator Emily Austin, Vincent Mashara from the Patrick Bet David podcast, host and co-founder of the Young Turks, Cenk Uygur, and the host of the progressive podcast, Ring of Fire, Farron Kusman.
Flying around in here.
Emily Austin, let me just get your reaction, because I've been running columns for the New York Post for the last 18 months to 2 years, basically saying that Joe Biden is not fit for office, that there were so many signs, whether he was face planting on stage, whether he was falling off his bike, tumbling down the steps of Air Force One, talking complete gibberish in press conferences, basically trying to speak America into war and then having the White House rein it back in 10 seconds and say, that's not what he meant to say. It was so obvious, and yet we were all lied to.
She can't get it, bro. Motherfuckers know she's a bumbling idiot.
The president himself, from his allies, his friends, all the people we just heard talking. What make of the sequence of events leading now to the admission to the world he wasn't fit for office?
I understand that there's this loyalty to your party that you want to maintain and you don't want to give up on your candidate. But the American people have been saying for the longest time, let's forget the policies for a moment, but his cognitive decline. Now, if you take a look back at the 2020 debate, and now you see what Biden's become, you can already notice the decline begin then. But the media, the politicians, they chose to gaslight the voters, the donors, and all of the American people lying, as you just saw. No, Biden is as sharp as a tack. He's not ill, he's mentally fit, and now he himself is acknowledging that he can't. And I also want to point out that this is a very rare election. At least in my lifetime, this is the first time you have a Trump presidency to compare to a Biden presidency. You have 4 and 4 years to look and compare and contrast, and it's a no-brainer. Yet they chose to gaslight us over and over again, and now we have a bigger issue.
With TD Complete Checking, Gina's ready to live her best life. Finding a job she loves and someone to love.
That we cannot trust the Democratic Party, we cannot trust the media, because they lied to us to our face unapologetically and continue to do so.
Cenk Uygur, I know that you've not wanted Biden to continue, so I presume that you're happy he's out of the race, but how happy are you that we now seem to be moving very quickly to a coronation of Queen Kamala, who has not had a single vote from any voters?
Yeah, I'm not happy about it at all. So, first of all, I will give credit to Joe Biden on this. He did let go of power. Yes, it took a long time. Yes, we pushed him out. And I was one of the people pushing him out. But at the end, he did the right thing, which Donald Trump would never, ever do. And we saw that he didn't do in 2020. Now, on to Kamala Harris. I think MSNBC has trained Democratic voters and politicians to be minions, and they're desperate for a leader. Hold on, let's vet her. There's a reason why Barack Obama, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries have not endorsed her. That's actually amazing that they haven't endorsed her. So let's actually figure out if she's the right candidate or not. Why do we have to panic? Democrats are always panicking. Let's figure out who the best candidate is. Just take a minute to do that.
And who do you think, of all the names that have been mentioned, all the governors and other candidates who potentially may be involved, which now can't include people like Gavin Newsom, who's ruled himself out, and some of the other favourites, of the names who haven't yet committed to Kamala Harris, who's there that you think could potentially be a better option?
Look, I've always thought that you could put together an amazing team from the Democratic governors that already exist. Of the names that haven't endorsed her yet, still Andy Beshear and Wes Moore are on the table. One won twice in Kentucky as a Democratic governor, which is amazing. Wes Moore is a dynamic governor of Maryland. But the bottom line is, I don't have a strong opinion on who it should be, other than to say, for God's sake, do an open convention and let's test them. And whoever's the best, whoever's the strongest, will win. That's so obvious and so logical. We don't need to panic. There's a lot of great options. And you know what's going to happen if they panic right now? They're going to pick Kamala. Oh my God, we have to have a leader. They pick Kamala. And then we see a couple problems with Kamala. Like, oh, nobody could have seen that coming. Yeah, that's why you should vet them. The number one problem we had with Biden is that we didn't test them. Let's not make that same mistake again.
Okay, Vinny and Shauna, Donald Trump rang me on Saturday night. I just got to New York and did a hit on Fox News. He was watching it. I was talking about the extraordinary personal courage I felt he showed when he was shot. I mean, to be shot as someone who was president, maybe president again, at a rally, and then to get back up when you've been taken down by your Secret Service agents and do what he did, punch the air, chant fight, 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 even with blood spurting all over his face. And so then, frankly, a week later, on Saturday night, to go back on a stage, back at another rally with tens of thousands of people, who most of whom you would have never met before, have no idea who they are, that shows a lot of personal courage, whatever you think of Trump. But when I spoke to him, he was, I've got to say, icily confident. He was chilled, he was relaxed about it all, he was enjoying the mayhem around the Democrats, but he has his eye on the prize, and I think he believes fundamentally it doesn't matter who the Democrats put in charge, he's going to win.
Piers, I don't know, I honestly don't know what you're talking about. I, like Democrats like Joy Reid, believe that was all set up. Donald Trump set all that up. That was fake blood, fake, you know, the two gentlemen, the gentleman that died, the fireman, that's all fake. None of it's real. I think it's all BS. I think it was all fake. I'm actually being extremely facetious.
Do you know what, Vinny?
Piers, but Piers,
I'm actually glad you started.
Piers, let's think about this.
Listen, I'm glad you started with a joke.
Yeah.
I want to make the point, though, that even though I know you're joking, the reality is that they have been behaving, people like Joy Reid and others, exactly how they've accused Trump of behaving for years. Exactly the same way. They've told deliberate lies.
Exactly.
They've said black is white. They've said the sky is blue when it's green and so on. They've literally been lying and deliberately lying. None of them believe it was staged, but they are happy to fuel a conspiracy theory, even if it makes them look like two-faced hypocrites.
Oh, and Piers, not surprised when it comes to the Democrats. Let's be honest, Piers, at least we're not living in a boring time. In the past 2 weeks, we've lived through an attempted coup by the killing of Donald Trump, they tried, and now an actual coup of Joe Biden. Let's not get it twisted, Piers. The night of the debate, the last presidential debate, when the world saw Joe Biden for what he really was, a plan was put in motion, and that plan was get rid of Donald Trump. We have to kill him. Plain and simple. This isn't a conspiracy. Okay, Kim Cheadle just came out in front of Congress, Piers, before I got in here, and she said in front of Congress, and I quote, "The assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump on July 13 is the most significant operational failure of the Secret Service in decades." She's claiming incompetence. Piers, I'm leaning towards orchestrated negligence, okay? So you want us to believe that some 20-year-old kid, no social media presence, no camouflage, climbed on a roof with cameras everywhere, laid there, and got shots off on the president? Give me a break. They know, Piers, they've been trying to destroy this guy from the beginning. The last attempt was murder him. That didn't work, and now guess what they said? Now, since Joe Biden, because think about it, Piers, if Trump, God forbid, is dead, they don't move on from Joe Biden. Joe Biden, they just do what they did for COVID. Keep him.
We would try and take her on walks, and she would refuse to go. It was a chore to get her to go outside and even use
them in the basement, show them 5-6 seconds here and there, and that's it. Their plan failed. Now they got to move on. I'm telling you, Piers, ready for this? Come August, if Kamala's polls are trash, at the DNC convention, which is in Chicago, Michelle Obama. I know Czech was talking about popular and who's going to lift weight. It'll be Michelle Obama. Kamala has no chance. Her past is going to come out. At 29 years old, she was having an affair with Willie Brown, who was 60 years old. She slept her way to the top. She has no credibility. All she does is laugh and cackle. She's the border czar. She's never been to the border. It's a shit show. And Donald Trump, God is watching Donald Trump's back. Because I don't care what anybody says. That's divine intervention. God grabbed his head and said, nope, not today. That's it.
Well, the part of that I agree with wholeheartedly is something happened to save Donald Trump, which was truly miraculous, because a quarter of an inch to the other side, and that bullet goes straight through his head and kills him. So it was an astonishing escape. In relation to your...
Can I ask you a question?
Let's be friendly. Let's call them theories. I would say this. I don't think it was an inside job, as some conspiracy theorists think, but I do think it was extremely odd. I want to bring in Farron Cousins here now. I mean, this idea that a 20-year-old kid gets an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle and just calmly strolls onto the top of a rooftop, literally 150 yards from President Trump, is so outlandish. And when you hear the director of the Secret Service today, you know, I've got the clip. Let me play the clip so we can hear exactly what she admits.
The assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump on July 13th is the most significant operational failure of the Secret Service in decades, and I am keeping him and his family in my thoughts. What I can say is that the individual was identified as suspicious. If the detail had been past information that there was a threat, the detail would never have brought the former president out onto stage.
So you distinguish between someone who is suspicious and someone who's threatening, is that right?
We do.
I mean, it just seems incredible to me, Farron, that there's the director of Secret Service admitting they knew this person was there and might constitute some kind of threat, but they still didn't do anything, and they allowed the president to walk out. I spoke to Trump on Saturday, and he said the thing that bemuses him most is that quite often at public events, that his detail will hold him back for 10, 15 minutes while they're just checking something out that looks a bit suspicious. And he said invariably it's fine, and then he goes back on 10, 15 minutes later than he planned to. How can it be that you have members of the public shouting up at that this guy's on the roof with a gun, and they still allow Trump out there to get shot at?
You know, I mean, there's no doubt that there are failures all around here, from the Secret Service to the local police officers that were also aware that this individual was there and did nothing about it. But I am going to point out real quick just how Vinny there starts off mocking conspiracy theories, then immediately goes into his own conspiracy theories. So let's not let that go overlooked.
I was being facetious, man. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Relax. As for the Secret Service, okay. As for the Secret Service, we have a Secret Service that for many years now has been dangerously understaffed. There are about 350 agents short-staffed, in spite of the fact that their budget has increased by about $1.2 billion, I think, over the last 12, 14 years. So this agency has serious problems that do need to be addressed. And we can even go back and look at some of the failures that they had during the Obama administration, when somebody on the street was able to fire 7 shots off into the White House residence. Somebody jumped the White House fence with a knife and made it into the White House during the Obama years before the Secret Service stopped them. So these failures are not just something that popped up within the last week. This is something that absolutely has been going on for a long time and has not been addressed by anyone, really. And now it's all come to a head, and hopefully they can get things figured out, find out what the problems are with this agency. It certainly isn't a lack of money. It just, I don't know what they can do, but they definitely need to get on it, and it doesn't seem like they're there yet.
Well, it seems an abject failure in just basic common sense. I mean, the first place, if I was trying to protect someone who'd been a president of the United States, the first thing I'd look at is any rooftop near the stage. I mean, it's just like Route 1, isn't it? And there was this kid
That went my money.
there with his rifle, and nobody checked. Nobody was guarding it. It's just, to me, it's completely baffling. So I do understand why so many conspiracy theories are raging around about this, because actually it's inexplicable. And I hope we get some answers. From what I've been seeing so far of Kim Cheeple, the director of the Secret Service, she's not really answering any questions today, other than to say it's the biggest operational failure for decades. And on the bigger story now, incredibly, I mean, a week ago you thought this story would run the assassination attempt. We're now moving to Biden quitting, an historic moment in American political history. On that, Farron, what is your view about this kind of move very quickly by the hierarchy of the Democrats to anoint Kamala Harris as the nominee? Do you think that is a healthy thing, or do you think, like Cenk, it's better that this runs to even a brokered convention. We have anyone who wants to put their hat in the ring does so, and then they have to earn the right to be nominated.
I agree 100% with Cenk here. I mean, there is no reason why we need to be, jumping at this and immediately, within hours after Biden makes this announcement, Harris has already been anointed as the heir apparent to the Democratic Party. What we need is, like Cenk says, more people. We need individuals to actually do the job and get out there and start campaigning. They don't have a ton of time, but they've got a little bit of time to do this, and we need to get to know people. We haven't had the convention yet, so there is plenty of time to do it. But to me, the bigger issue is we wouldn't even be in this situation right now if we had a real Democratic convention, which we didn't have. We didn't have debates. We didn't have Biden up on stage having to actually deal with any of these other Democrats that were running at the time. If we had a real primary, we wouldn't be in this situation today.
Okay, Emily, look, we are where we are with this. I mean, how we got here has been totally chaotic. I mean, the irony is, when this began, people were bemoaning the fact this was the most boring campaign ever between two old guys duking it out for the second time. Nobody is saying that now. We're now into completely unprecedented times where, yes, since World War II, there have been two other presidents who stood down, but actually never at this late stage of a race. And the question, I guess, for the Democrats is, if you do go to a brokered convention in a month, you're leaving it so tight. Never mind else, the vetting process for people who actually want to be president is a gigantic process and fraught with danger if you only have a few weeks to get that resolved. The advantage of Kamala Harris is that she's been in situ as vice president for nearly 4 years. She's been vetted properly, warts and all, good, bad and ugly, and there's plenty of that in her back catalogue, all of those things. She seems to me to be the obvious safe move for the party, because anybody else is going to have to go through a forensic dissemination, not just by the veterans, but then by the media, who have got their blood up like a bunch of sharks in the ocean.
Quite frankly, I don't think it matters who or how they replace Joe Biden, because whoever it is, Trump is still going to dominate this election. Like I said earlier, his policies work. He's not liked personally, but America is in such a bad place that I do think American people are willing to now look at the actions that Trump is going to take as president. Every single thing that I've personally seen that they've been using to slander Trump has either been fact-checked and confirmed as false, or just merely straight up a lie. So at this point, the only person I think who stands a chance, and when I say chance, I still think they're going to lose, but they'll put up a fight, is Hillary Clinton, because she's already been down this road with Donald Trump. She knows how to campaign. It's going to be a good show for the Democrats. She's still going to lose, so it really doesn't matter in the end.
You are a great wind-up, Miss Austin, because I can see both Cenk and Farron there recoiling in utter horror. I mean, Hillary, I'm sure, would absolutely love to do it, but she has now, along with her husband Bill, publicly endorsed Kamala Harris. I mean, do you not think there's a merit to my argument that actually she's by far the easiest choice, given she's been properly examined by the veterans, by the media for a number of years now, and also I would put this into play. She gets all the money, if it's her, that's been given to Biden. But she also has quite an interesting perspective, if you like, against Trump. She's the former prosecutor. He's the convicted felon. You could see that she could turn that into quite an aggressive attack plan. I mean, does none of that rock your boat?
Yeah. No, look, Kamala Harris, if she wins the open convention, I'm perfectly happy to have her as the candidate. But she hasn't won that yet. And honestly, I got more votes than she did in running for president. So I don't know how she's been vetted. She really hasn't. What does she do as vice president? I'm not talking her down. I'm just saying we don't know nearly enough. And I don't want to fall into the trap that you guys are obviously setting. You guys are all Trump fans. So you're like, yeah, pick Kamala. Or maybe Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that's a great idea. No, let's pick the strongest candidate.
I'm not a Trump fan. Hang on, check. I'm not a Trump fan. People say to me, you want Trump to win. You're a Trump supporter. No, I have known Trump. Listen, let me set my stall. I've known Trump nearly 20 years. I get on very well with him personally, albeit we have a few rocky patches. But the bottom line is, I don't have a vote in this race. I'm a British citizen, not an American citizen. I've never told anyone to vote for Trump, and I'm as critical of him as anyone. I've been incredibly critical of Trump, as well as not being afraid to praise him when I think he's right. And for example, if you can't look at the way he responded to being shot and praise him, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, and I praise him for that, of course, because I have eyes and ears. And you know I'm reasonable and I'm honest about all these things. But are you guys being real? I mean, this whole idea of, oh, Donald Trump can't be beat, he climbed like 9 points after the assassination attempt and barely got to 40. He's one of the most unpopular politicians of all time. What this lunatic conspiracy theory that the Democrats would want him assassinated? Are you crazy? We want him as our opponent. He's like the weakest candidate possible.
Well, it's no coincidence. Check. It is no coincidence that on the day that Biden finally threw his white flag up was the day that there was a poll saying that Trump was now 7 points ahead in Michigan. That's a depth changer.
Piers, you know. Wait a minute. No, Piers, you know that I've been saying for a year, and I've been saying it on this program, that Joe Biden was definitely going to lose. He had a zero chance because he was so deeply unpopular and his favorabilities were so low. And I was trying to snap the Democratic voters and politicians out of it, and you're welcome. I did. Having said that, that's not because Donald Trump was so popular. I'm saying almost anybody could beat Donald Trump. He's one of the 3 most unpopular people who have ever run for president. The problem is the Democrats put the other 2 against him, Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden.
Right, but you're missing my
point.
So
just pick someone else and we'll win easily.
Well, hang on. Let's talk over each other. The point, Vinny, the point I would make, just before I let you respond to that, is that it's all very well, but we all know the election comes down to a few swing states, and Michigan is absolutely key. The Democrats have to win in Michigan, really, to have any chance. And to have a 7-point gap announced on Sunday morning, that is why I think Biden was basically told by the grandees of the party, you've got to stand aside. That, I mean, he was going to get flatlined.
But Piers, of course, I mean, that's not the only stat.
First of all, whatever, hey, Cenk, whatever, Cenk, I believe you're in California. Whatever marijuana you're smoking, I want you to share it with the rest of us, because you are out of your mind. Problem. Donald Trump is an unpopular president. Are you freaking bananas? Have you seen the rallies?
You live in a bubble.
You're delusional. And Cenk, you're gonna go down in history when people see you, bro. And I actually like you, Cenk. I actually like you a lot, and I'm being genuine. I wish you would have. If you're better than Kamala, you're better than Joe. I'm being honest with you. But Cenk, you're gonna go down as that guy when people see you. That's the guy that just hates Trump. That's what kind of existence is that? Now, let's be honest. The Democratic Party. Hold on, Cenk. The Democratic Party. Let's be honest. What are you guys doing? Look at your top picks: Kamala Harris, Gavin the Snake Newsom, Hillary Clinton, Pete Buttigieg, Gretchen Whitmer. What do you guys have? At least the other side, mind you, I'm not a Republican, but I am voting for Donald Trump. Yes, at least Vivek Ramaswamy, they have people that are energetic, that love this country. The other side is ridiculous, man. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's unbelievable. Guys, I was in New York, Piers. I was in New York with Patrick McDavid. We were there on a little vacation. And you think New York, you know, a lot of Democrats, you should see the amount of Donald Trump hats that I saw. And even after the assassination attempt, after the freaking coup attempt,
Vinny, I'm in New York, and I've seen it. And not only seen it, I've been amazed, anecdotally, how many people are telling me they're going to vote Trump. Way more than I can ever remember in New York. So, Cenk, I'm not sure you're right about this. I felt in 2016 that many people were missing the Trump train. I'd been down in Middle America, and I could feel it roaring away, and I could feel intense dislike for Hillary Clinton. And I got to say, I'm feeling it exactly the same again now. And it's been, I think, a result of several things. The debate debacle, where Trump managed to conduct himself by Trump standards in a very smart way. He was pretty measured most of the time. He allowed Biden to effectively hang himself on live TV. Then the response to the assassination. And now I think he's coming out with all guns blazing, pardon the analogy, given what happened to him, but literally using what happened to him to fuel the sense that he's the strong guy in the room. That the Democrats have never looked weaker. They've now had their leader had to stand down, and they've got a completely in Kamala Harris, if it is her, someone who, if they're just going to be a like comparison, many Americans will go, you know what?
He said, I praise no humans.
Trump seems a stronger bet here. And that's the problem for the Democrats, is how do you get away from the fact that when he was shot, Trump did this in an act of defiance, and a lot of Americans went, wow, that was ballsy. Even Mark Zuckerberg called it badass.
Yeah, Piers, I called it badass. And in 2016, right around this time, I said Trump would win. So what I have is apparently an ability to read numbers that is just missing in Washington, D.C. So Joe Biden's numbers were pathetically low. They were in the 30s. He barely even got into the into the low 40s ever. But Donald Trump's numbers are terrible as well. They're usually hovering around the high 30s, low 40s. These are terrible numbers. You guys can use all the anecdotes you like. And Vinny, brother, I got respect for you too, even though you say crazy conspiracy theories. I get it. We're both populists. We want the right thing for the American people. But you're in a bubble, brother. Just because you love Trump and everyone you know loves Trump doesn't mean the country does. 55% of the country hates Trump. We just have to put a non-establishment candidate up, and we'd win easily. But of course, again, Democrats panic and go, whoever's the leader, I'm going to support. Okay, just hold on. If we picked someone who won in Kentucky, for example, we'd win in a crushing landslide. The country doesn't want to vote for Trump. It's in the numbers. Get out of your bubble.
Hang on.
Benny, I'll come to you. I want to play a clip before I come back to you. This is a clip where Trump was at his rally in Michigan on Saturday, and he came up with this phrase about people attack him for wanting to attack democracy, and that he himself has now taken a bullet for democracy. Because I thought that was a really powerful moment for Trump in this whole race. Let's take a look.
They keep saying, he's the threat to democracy. I'm saying, what the hell did I do for democracy? Last week I took a bullet for democracy. What did I do against democracy?
I mean, Vinny, there are a few more powerful things for a presidential candidate to say than I took a bullet for democracy.
Oh, but he did. I mean, Chang. Chang. With all due respect, I mean, all this in love with Trump. It's beyond Trump, brother. It's what his message is. It's what he stands for, Chang. Since the 90s, brother, late 80s, he loves America. He puts America first. This guy, people like you that hate Trump, you never hated Trump. You were taught. You were brainwashed to hate Donald Trump. That Trump derangement syndrome is real. So all this, we're in love with Trump. I'm the same as Pierce. I never liked Trump. When he was on The Apprentice, you're fired, it was annoying. But the message and seeing what they've been trying to do to him and what they're actively trying to do is ridiculous. And just from Pierce, from everything that they've done, destroying his name, the court, the money, the fake impeachments, everything, to trying to kill him. What else is left? And he's still up there. He's campaigning. He's making jokes. And by the way, and I love this word, this democracy. I'm sick and tired of this democracy, okay? When you're in school, Piers, in the United States, you pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. We're a republic. We're not a democracy. And every time the Democrats try to put somebody up, Bernie Sanders, RFK, you guys eat your own. So it's you guys. You guys are ruining everything. And check, I'm going to say it again. You should have been running. I wish you were more popular in that sense because to hell with Kamala, to hell with all them. We need somebody that loves his country. Piers, that's what he is. He's a patriot. He loves his country. And I'm wearing this shirt, Piers, VTmerch.com. I'm an angry patriot because we are sick and tired, Piers. I love this country. I fought for, listen, I served for this country, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let them take it away from us, Piers. Damn. Period.
Okay. Listen, just hold fire for the panel for just a few minutes. I'm going to talk now to Eric Prince. He's a former U.S. Navy SEAL and the founder of Blackwater USA, a private military company that provided security services during the Iraq War. Welcome to you, Eric Prince. First of all, as we're talking, the director of the Secret Service, Kim Cheadle, is testifying, obviously, up in Congress today. But she's apparently refusing to really answer most of the questions. She's admitted it was the worst failing operationally by the Secret Service in many decades. Are you surprised she's not resigned?
It's in keeping with the Biden administration that they don't expect accountability from any leader that fails doing what they're supposed to be doing. Look, she's hiding behind the FBI investigation. That's an easy way for her to duck and cover. This is the rope-a-dope approach in Washington where you show interest, then stall. She promises to get back to them with certain answers, and it's all just, it's a charade. If there is any honor to it, she would resign. if Congress had any power, they should at least defund her office so that she is not getting paid anymore, because clearly she has failed under her leadership. It is shown to be complete incompetence. From a security perspective, a security professional's perspective, there are so many horrific failings that nearly led to the assassination of Donald Trump. There were people that died because of that incompetence. When you look at the failure of advance to allow somebody to get set up 140 yards away from your protectee, down to even once the shots started, how long it took them to get Trump off the X. It is failure upon failure upon failure. And like I said in a Twitter post a week ago, it's either massive incompetence or malice. I'm still tilting towards massive incompetence, but again, this administration doesn't fire people for completely screwing up. It's in keeping with it. And as your panel was talking, there's clearly differences in electoral styles. There's one party kind of promotes accountability.
You say self-taught like Terrence Howard.
For the last 3.5 years does not.
I mean, you mentioned a series of terrible errors that were made here. Some of it is just incomprehensible, Eric. I mean, the idea, like you said, that the nearest rooftop is just unmanned, unguarded. They didn't even put a drone over it. And yet you have this kid apparently used his own drones before this attack. Then just calmly gets on the roof, has his rifle, fires off shots, even though he appears to be in the sights of the snipers who are looking at him. He appears to definitely be in the sights of members of the public who could see him, and so on and so on. I'm just really struggling, and have been since I heard about this, struggling to hear any account of what happened that just doesn't sound ridiculous. Why wouldn't the first place you would try and protect be a rooftop vantage point, which is the easiest place for someone to kill him?
If any professional that went to the site doing the advance, because most executive protection is done well in the advance work before the protectee arrives, and you make the plan and you figure out where is the likely spots the threat is going to come from. And so anybody that stood in that podium and looked around and said, aha, that's called the Sniper Hotel, the obvious place someone's going to set up and take a shot. 140 yards is so close that a first-time 12 or 14-year-old deer hunter can make that shot. This is not a long distance. The fact the Secret Service were looking at the guy, the Secret Service has between a 14 up to a 25 power scope on his rifle, so he's going to be able to see whether that shooter not only has a weapon, they can tell whether he had a shave that day or not. That's the level of detail they can see. So for a Secret Service agent, sniper, to look through and see that, he's there laying in a prone position, he has a rifle, and it's pointed at the presidential contender, Trump, is shocking. I think they probably didn't fire because they weren't sure whether it was a local cop that was there in a position. I think they had horrific command and control. They had horrific planning. Supposedly law enforcement, a SWAT team in the basement or in the ground floor of that building that the sniper took a shot from. It is so many grievous errors. It's a comedy of errors, except people died. And I think people do not really appreciate how bad it would have been the day after if Donald Trump was assassinated. World War I started because of bad diplomatic security. The heir to the throne of the Austro-Hungarian Empire assassinated, and it clacked off World War I, which killed millions of people and rewrote the borders of Europe. Imagine America if the federal government, who's supposed to be protecting Donald J. Trump, so clearly and horrifically fails, and Donald Trump gets killed. I cannot imagine the second and third order effects of how bad it would be.
I totally agree. I totally agree with you. I think we should not underestimate what could have been the repercussions from his assassination. The other thing that really struck me as operationally so inexplicable was, I remember, I think I was about 16 when Reagan got shot outside the hotel in Washington, where I know you are. And
yes.
The first thing they did, the agents around him, was they dragged him straight into the car and got him out of there, which I would assume is, again, Route 1 protection of any president or ex-president. But in this case, they took him down, but then they allowed him to get back up, and they put one of the female agents in front of him, who was so short by comparison, it exposed his whole head and his upper body. Now, they didn't know there weren't more shooters in the crowd. It could have been a coordinated attack. Surely, The Secret Service job in that scenario is to keep him away from any line of fire, not allow him to get back up or he can be shot again.
The first rule in executive protection, if something happens, is to get the protectee off the X. The X is where the attacker has decided to get after you. And the fact, you can even hear it in the radio chatter. Where are we going? What are we doing? What's the plan? It's horrific. That should have been drilled into them so that it is autonomic. Literally, look, the Secret Service agents, some of them were highly qualified, some of them clearly were not. And, you know, when something like that happens, you get a massive dump of adrenaline into your body, which is why you train it so that it is autonomic. If A, then B, and if B, then C. And clearly, that had not been drilled into them. And I don't care how undermanned they are or under-resourced or whatever the excuse is, it doesn't take any more money to get up an hour earlier and run that drill and run it again and run it again. That's what professionals would have demanded. That's what accountability would have demanded. Trust me, in my old business, if we had a team screw up that badly, they would have been all out of work, and as a company, we would have expected to be fired, but that's clearly not the case in the federal government, which is probably making the case for looking at this from a different perspective of why people choose the private sector versus government anytime they can.
Right, and just finally, Eric, I mean, I don't want to make a big thing, as some people are trying to do, of female agents shouldn't be on the detail of the president or ex-presidents. I think that is a sexist overview. However, it was notable to me that there were a number of female agents who were clearly on visible view in the aftermath who didn't seem to be knowing what they were doing. And when Trump next appeared in public, it was an all-male detail that was around him, much larger in size. What did you read into that? Is it unfair to target just the female agents in that position? Was the way that they were behaving, one in particular who was struggling to even put a gun into a holster, and out of the holster, I found, you know, she's been getting particular attention on social media. It might be completely unfair, I don't know, but I have to say, from my perspective, watching it, it was a pretty concerning thing to watch, to see supposedly the most elite, trained defensive agents in the country looking so clueless.
It was embarrassing for America. It nearly had catastrophic effects. Again, I don't care what bathroom people use or who they sleep with. It doesn't matter. Can they do the job to the set standard? As long as you focus solely on merit and mission, we have a deal. But clearly there was deviations. I feel bad for those agents that were out there that were unprepared for literally the worst career moment of their life. And now it's on full display for the world to see that they were not prepared for that mission. That's bad on them, that's bad on their immediate leaders, and that's bad on the head of the Secret Service and the people that put them in that decision. Accountability needs to be done. It needs to be swift and severe so that these kind of mistakes are not made in the future, because it is in keeping with the debacle in Afghanistan, a debacle in Yemen, having shut off the waterways, a pier in Gaza that cost $320 million that can't stay together for more than a day or two. It's a record of failure of people that don't get fired when they screw up that badly. I feel bad for those agents. There's some great ones that have built a reputation of excellence in the Secret Service to be ruined. I feel bad for them that their professional reputation of their organization has been so badly damaged in their one moment of truth. I pray God that it is handled differently. The reason you saw a different crew around Trump at the convention is because there's a different level of protection that happens once he is the nominee. The Secret Service leadership before was absolutely slow rolling, minimizing, and pulling resources away, including to service Jill Biden in Pittsburgh on the exact same day. This is the same Jill Biden who made the Marine Band, who normally plays Hail to the Chief when the president walks in, produce for the first time in almost 250 years a separate bit of music to play when she entered the room. That's the level of will to power this woman had. I'm glad they're not running for re-election, because that is a bad pair.
Eric Prince, fascinating to talk to you, especially with your perspective as an ex-Navy SEAL and the founder of Blackwater. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Emily Austin, as we've been talking there, we've got footage of Kamala Harris arriving at the White House, basically calling Joe Biden the greatest president that's ever lived, etc. Let's take a look.
Our president
President Joe Biden wanted to be here today. He's feeling much better and recovering fast, and he looks forward to getting back on the road. And I wanted to say a few words about our president. Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years
Oh, P
is
was a
unmatched
professor.
in modern history. In one term, he has already, yes, you may clap. In one term, he has already surpassed the legacy of most presidents who have served 2 terms in office. Our president, Joe Biden.
Well, I mean, as I think was said by the Her Majesty the Queen after Meghan Markle spraying on the royal family on Oprah Winfrey, recollections may vary about the record. Let me just go quickly to you, Farron Cousins. I mean, Kamala Harris there at the White House, effectively now looking like the de facto leader of the Democrats, therefore, you know, sort of, I guess, the president, but not the president. Would it not be easier and better and probably a more aggressive and successful strategy if Joe Biden just stood aside now from being the current serving president and allowed Kamala to step into that role? Would it not give her more ballast running into a battle with Trump to be the actual president?
I definitely think it would, to be perfectly honest with you. I think if Biden were to come out and say, listen, okay, I'm actually done with everything, you know, I'm out of here, and she becomes president, yeah, then she's going to get a couple months on the job training under her belt, which is definitely going to help. But at the same time, I think Joe Biden would obviously never do that. It took so much pushing just to get him out of the race at all. And of course, if he were to resign, the optics of that for the Democratic Party, that is basically Joe Biden admitting, I can't do this, I got to get out of here. And that is definitely something the Democrats do not want to happen.
To be honest, that's exactly what he's done. I mean, you know, everyone knew he was desperate to carry on, but he's now thrown the towel in. And Emily Austin, I mean, the trouble is, the Democrats are going to get absolutely pounded now until Election Day. Every time Biden pops up and makes another mistake, another gaffe, another time he falls over, whatever it may be, it's all going to keep happening. We know that. He's not going to get any less senile just because he's decided to step down. But every time he does, that will become a major story. That the man who's unfit to defend his presidency for another term is still president for another few months. I just don't think it's an act that can fly. And I think it also makes Kamala Harris's position extremely awkward, because there she is at the White House, sort of acting presidential, but the real president hasn't been seen since he announced this bombshell yesterday. Hasn't been seen or heard. He didn't even...
It's bizarre and frightening, quite honestly, especially on a global stage, that we as a country have finally taken a step to acknowledge he's unfit to run the election. But if we can acknowledge that, then how can we look past the fact that he's still our president? 5 months is a very long time away. Every 24 hours as an American feels like a year has passed given the climate right now. How can we just pretend that this is all not the biggest issue? You know, Chen earlier was saying not to panic.
All right,
But we
guys.
should panic a little bit because we are in a bad place right now, not just domestically but internationally, and something has
Starting
to
to
be done.
detail this
And I just want to
piece.
give my final thoughts on 2 subjects that I get to interject on. You know, I don't think it's crazy
Looking pretty good.
or conspiracy theorists, especially now just hearing Eric Prince speak, to think that this was a calculated assassination attempt on Donald Trump. It's not a conspiracy theory.
I'll be getting with y'all boys tomorrow. I'll probably be here early in the morning because I'm not working tomorrow. I'm working from home. Yo, Dave. I learned one can't speak your mind on pot. No, you can't, bro. You know you can't do that shit, man. No matter what your opinion is, it's wrong. I don't care what you think. If you don't think what I think, you're wrong. I'm hungry as shit. I gotta get something to eat, bro. And I feel sleepy as hell, too. This might be an early night for me. 6. Yeah. All I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. Kick me, kite me, you can never fight me. Take me, all I gotta say is they don't really care about us. Until next time, fellas, y'all have a good one.